Blue Cross Blue Shield Cubs postgame live.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. And the Cardinals steal one tonight.
Yes, they do. They find a way, those Redbirds. 6-8-0, a little bit better than 5-9-0. Cubs had a chance to take 3 of 4, a dramatic win after being down 4-0. Instead, Johnny Peralta, a game-winning 2-run bomb in the top of the ninth with 2 outs and a 1-2 count. Cardinals improved 55-30. Cubs fall 46-38. Hello, welcome in Cubs postgame live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. He is Todd Hollingsworth. I'm David Kaplan. We talked a minute ago about how that one stings. Yeah. You go back to work on Friday. Obviously, it's 1 of 162. Will you still, do you think players will be carrying that around?
I mean, here's where the crosstown's a great thing. I mean, it's the White Sox. You should be pumped up. I mean, it's also your final series before the All-Star break. Guys should have that little extra pop in their step just because of the circumstances. I think it would be there anyway because of Friday, and it's the White Sox, and listen, we're battling for the city here. So, you know, with that being said, to me, this is an easy one to get rid of. You know, you throw it out. I mean, right now the guys are going through it. They're probably feeling it in the clubhouse that, you know, they had this. They wanted to take the series and make that statement. Listen, they still played well in the series. They defended Wrigley. Things didn't go our way at the end. This is still a very good ball club. It's still a very young ball club at the same time. But good things are happening on the north side of Chicago with this group. Yeah, you're going to feel tonight a little bit. But we've been doing a lot of that this year. Let's remember, how many games have we come back and snatched from other teams? I mean, Peralta's got he's an experienced hitter and an all-star. He got it done.
All right, let's talk about that home run. Johnny Peralta comes up after a Matt Carpenter walk with 2 outs. And then on a 1-2 pitch, there's a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, but it's right up in the go zone.
Yeah, well, it's tailing in. It's kind of chasing his hands, and that's it. You can tell by Johnny's swing right there. Get the front foot down. He's looking for it. That is a full swing right there. He knew he was going to be challenged right there. He was looking to be aggressive and make a difference. He starts talking to the baseball outside the box. I think he was pretty convinced of what he's looking for. As I said, Johnny Peralta's been around the game for a while, Cap. He played with me in Cleveland. That makes him old. But I'll tell you what, he can still swing that bat, and he got to it right there, and he changed the course of the game.
Well, that was a big-time pressure situation, and he delivered. And in the ninth, Addison Russell on a 3-2 pitch at 99 takes it up the right field wall. He gets a double to keep the Cubs' hopes alive. Dexter Fowler, that's a pitch he's never going to touch. 98, up high, inside, and he waves it.
Well, Fowler's been chasing, you know, he's been getting outside his zone a little bit lately, but what I like to talk about right there in that ninth inning is what could have been potentially, but, you know, the Cardinals made some plays. I mean, you line out, Coughlin does, then you got a backhand play by Cosmo on Denorfia's ball. You get a runner on right there, we tie up this ball game. So Addison Russell, another player who's been struggling just a little bit. Great swing, great at bat against one of the game's elite closers in Rosenthal. I thought we made a bit of a statement right there. We pushed back. We didn't get the run across, but again, solid at bats from everybody. Fowler expanded his strike zone just a little bit.
All right, let's go back to the 6th inning. This is when the Cubs got this thing not only tied, but took the lead, and it led to the ejection of manager Mike Matheny and the catcher Yadier Molina. But here's how you look at what the Cardinals were able to do. 2-0 after Jason Hamill is out of the ballgame with a strained hamstring. Clayton Richard pressed into emergency duty after pitching 5 innings on Saturday. He didn't pitch great. Gives up 4 runs, and it gives the Cardinals a 4-0 lead.
Right. His sinker was not sinking. You know, circumstances obviously changed on him a little bit. Remember that Clayton Richard's been starting basically all season long, so it's not as if Travis Wood was in there, who has now made the adjustment to the bullpen. You see where a lot of these pitches were up in the zone. 3 innings, 7 hits, 3 walks as well, 10 base runners in those 3 innings. So the fact that they scored 4, they probably could have scored a few more. As you and I were talking about, they did leave the bases loaded 2 times in this ballgame, the Cardinals did. So Clayton Richard, not as good as you wanted him to be.
All right, here's the 6th. Starlin Castro takes one right down Main Street. I don't know how that happens, but it does. And then Miguel Montero comes up, and that pitch right there looks to be borderline.
It is.
Off the plate, on the plate, right there. And then Montero gets new life, and he rips one into the gap. It's a 3-run double, and the Cubs have the lead. And immediately you can see Yadier Molina all over the home plate umpire. I mean, as soon as that ball's hit, he's right at the umpire. And he is going to get ejected there and that is going to lead to the ejection of Mike Matheny as 3-run score for the Chicago Cubs.
Yeah, well, great piece of hitting by Montero right there. Listen, you don't get every pitcher's pitch. It doesn't go that way. How many times have we seen that this year? The timing, a little suspicious to me, honestly. If you're going to get tossed right there, if you're going to go off, you should have spun around and said something after the 3-2 pitch. You don't do it after the double. That's the way that I see it. To me, that's reactionary to exactly what had happened. If he'd have grounded out to second base, were they still going to argue with him that way? So say what you will, not happy with the call. I get it. It was a pitcher's pitch, but we got the call on that one, and Montero took advantage on the next pitch.
All right, to Joe Madden we go. Here he is, brought to you by the folks at Xfinity.
It's baseball. It's baseball, and I think we proved again tonight we can play with these guys. I think we proved that again. We have to execute a pitch. We didn't do that. Thus, they win the game. It happened, I think, in the first or second hitter of the game. He just felt something behind his leg. We're going to get it MRI'd, and then we'll know more. I don't have anything really in depth to give you guys right now.
The good part of that, I guess, is that you get so much time now before you would have to.
Right, exactly. There's we'll just let it just go for the day or two, find out exactly what's wrong, and then make an evaluation after that.
The way the lineup kind of battled against Waka and got the pitch count high, and then Montero working the count to get that pitch, is that kind of...
So I'm saying is really, you replay the game. We made a mistake at the end of the game, but we did so many good things tonight. For me, I can't walk away and be all upset. Of course, Stropey would have liked to have made a better pitch right there. He didn't, and Peralta's pretty good. Hit a home run. Happens. Regardless of who it happened against, I just know, like, I'll keep repeating the refrain, we can play with anybody. I think we've proved it over these last 4 days, and we're going to continue to move forward.
Lost in the shuffle was the work Wood gave you to allow the first comeback?
Yeah, Woody was fantastic. Woody was a good spot for him right there. He came out, he had really good stuff tonight. And he did. I mean, like I said, the first Richard, the ball, I didn't have the same sink. There was too many balls in the air, so that told me he was not quite right tonight when the ball was not on the ground as often as you saw a couple games ago. So I thought that was different, and I was looking to get more out of him when he first came into the game, and then Woody. It played out that way, but it didn't play that way. But eventually, Travis did a wonderful job and gave us a chance. We did. We came back.
When you challenged the call on Castro's call, because if they would have overturned the call, where would the runners up? That
would be up to the umpires to place the runners. Okay. Yeah, that's part of their responsibility in that particular call. Okay. I would imagine him a double. I would imagine.
Joe, they could put him on a base even though he didn't reach a base?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Joe, you had Richard up last night. You use him today. Do you want him to be a versatile, any kind of role situation like Travis at this point? Well,
the point is we just had a couple games left in the half, maybe before the All-Star break, so you could do almost anything you want at that point with him. So that's why last night, and that's why tonight. If he was a scheduled starter, probably would not have been taking so many liberties with him.
Regardless, asked you this question way in a way. Do you need more pitching? Just looking ahead to the deadline at the end of September.
Everybody needs more pitching. I'm firmly a big believer in that. But listen, I'm really good with Stropey right there. He's got really good stuff. He's been pitching really well. He failed to execute a pitch, and the guy had a home run. Of course, that would definitely, absolutely, that would definitely be a concern if he's unable to go for a while.
And regardless of whether it's short-term, long-term, it just shows how much everybody needs.
Absolutely, no, it's.
You guys already have issues.
Right. No, it's something you're always seeking to really get thicker. And starting pitching is really hard to get those, 6, 7+ guys that you actually like. But listen, I'm not gonna worry about it yet. We'll find out exactly what's going on with Hammer. Then we'll take it from there.
Joe, you seem to do your best managing after these tough losses. Just the way you look for positive areas for you guys going forward. Is that something learned or something that that's essential for you as a winner?
I think for me, what I've always tried to do is analyze exactly what did happen out there. I mean, sometimes you get too emotional, and you'll go knee-jerk, and then all of a sudden you get upset about the wrong things. I mean, for me, looking at that game, it's so hard to find fault. I mean, we really played extremely well tonight, and came from behind and put ourselves in position to win that game. After, like I said, when you lose your starter like that early, it's really hard to piece that many innings together successfully, and we did. And then you have the right guy on the mound at the end of the game. You feel really good about it, not just okay, like really good about it. So again, I think, you know, to look at it, yeah, we did lose the game. Absolutely, that matters. But the positive side is if we could continue just to play that way, Stropey's going to make the pitch. We're going to, you know, the line drives that got caught are going to fall. As long as we play with that kind of mental attitude. Talked about the relentless execution of fundamentals and technique. We did some really good things tonight, man, and lost the game. So I don't want our guys to feel badly about that. I just, especially Stropey, because he's a big part of what we're going to do the rest of this season. It's just an unfortunate moment. You got to turn the page, move on. It's not easy. But I think actually the day off tomorrow might be an aid in this situation.
Stroke maybe pitching.
All right, there you go. That's Joe Madden. Time for our Sports Authority play of the game. And guess what it is? 95 right up in his wheelhouse, and he takes it out into the basket. And that beats the Cubs tonight. Johnny Peralta, game-winning two-run home run with 2 outs, 2 strikes in the ninth. A 1-2 pitch. That ball goes home.
Yeah, well, it's a good swing by Johnny Peralta right there. Again, got his hands inside that baseball right there. You see the action on the two-seam fastball as it chases towards his hands. It's really about beating it to the spot, and Johnny Peralta did just that. It was a good swing. These things happen. Johnny Peralta is an all-star for a reason. Like you heard Joe said, so many positives are extracted from this ball game. They had a moment. Yes, it's Cubs cards. We all feel it. We all get it. But this team is very, very good. Our team, this Cubs team, and they're going to play great baseball in the second half. And there's a lot of reasons that you would extract from this game that would make you believe that they're going to be relevant in the second half. There's no doubt about it.
All right, time for a break here on Cubs Post Game Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield. Holly and I will be right back.
Cubs Postgame Live is presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. Through it all.
There are measures we can offer. Other agents in the field.
I work alone.
Okay, what's it gonna take?
I want a guarantee.
He wants the card.
I'm in.
He's good.
Drop my phone.
Great news. The best internet offer of the year is back. Get Xfinity Internet for just $14.99 a month for 12 months. But don't wait. This offer is only back for a short time. AT&T Uverse can't give you the speed Xfinity does. Call 1-800-XFINITY to get started for as low as $14.99 a month for 12 months. Or ask how to get even more speed with Blast. Now with 50% more speed. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
When you get a Honda Civic, you get more than just a car. You get tools to help make your drive more fuel efficient. A coach that shows you when you're driving efficiently. A button to help you get to all the places you want to go, using a little less gas. And you're getting a great deal on the best-selling compact car in America. Visit your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Honda dealer and test drive a Honda today.
Come on.
I thought you measured.
I did measure it. Just take the cushions off.
They are off.
Moving is frustrating, but moving your DirecTV isn't. Simply call before you move, and we'll bundle DirecTV with internet and home phone services for one low price. With this added value, moving has never been more rewarding. The DirecTV Movers Deal. Call and ask about all the benefits today.
Hi, I'm Dean Collins, operating partner at Gerald Nissan. At Gerald Nissan, we understand that this is your car buying experience, and we want to find the vehicle and price that's right for you. We have more awards for customer satisfaction than anyone else in Chicagoland, and we're one of only 38 dealers in the country awarded the Circle of Excellence for customer satisfaction. We also have the largest inventory in Chicagoland, and we sold 2,700 new Nissans last year, all backed by Gerald's exclusive lifetime warranty. Gerald, Nissan's always a better deal, I guarantee it.
Time for our Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing. Who's hot and who's not hot? All right, games earlier today. Jacob deGrom, the deGrominator. 10 punch-outs of the Giants, 8 innings pitched, no earned runs. How about who's not? Andrelton Simmons, tough day, 0 for 3, 2 Ks. Don't pick up your paycheck, young man, in a game against the Brewers. Ouch. All right, time for our Cholula Hot Sauce pitching recap. Jason Hamill goes 1, 2, 3 in the first, and then let's grabbing the hamstring, and he is done. And 1 strikeout, didn't walk a man. Michael Wacha, not his best stuff tonight. 6 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs. They were earned.
Yeah, listen, credit to Cubs offense for wearing Wacha down. I think back to that Rizzo at bat, 4th inning. 4th inning. 11 pitches, 7 foul balls, leadoff single, followed by an RBI triple. We got some momentum going, did it again in the 6th. They did I mean, Michael Wacha, he's going to the All-Star game for a reason. He's been great all season. He has been their ace with Wainwright out, and the Cubbies got it done. Hamill, the 1 inning hamstring issue, left hamstring issue. Still giving a lot of credit to our bullpen. And Travis Wood, outstanding performance. 5 punch-outs, 3 innings. Boy, they just did a nice job getting this thing to the 9th. Strop again has been so good for us, but again, 1 pitch that decided this one. They elevated 2-seam fastball to Johnny Peralta, but all in all, I thought these guys really did a nice job competing tonight.
All right, a UPS store taking care of business. Player of the game. That's going to go to Miguel Montero with that big 3-run double that got Wrigley electrified.
Yeah, kind of capitalizing on the moment right there. A bit of a pitcher's pitch, the one before. Again, a lot of debate about it. People are going to get tossed because of that pitch. But what do you do when you get one? Hey, listen, you make them pay. They had the shift on, playing him to go the other way, gets the fastball out extended, 97 miles an hour, drives it into the gap, unloads these bases. Cubs take the 5-4 lead, which would stand up until the 9th.
All right, we'll take a timeout. We'll be right back. Cubs Postgame Live rolls on with Cap and Holly, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois.
Looks like the Garcias got a new car.
What'd they get?
I don't know.
Sure doesn't look like a Buick.
Buick. I'm outside. Where are you? I'm right here. I'm in the Buick. I don't see a Buick.
Take a fresh look at Buick. It just might surprise you.
That's not a Buick. That's what I told him. Wow.
This is nice.
Oh, my.
Now pay no interest for 5 years, plus get $2,250 purchase bonus cash on this specially equipped 2015 Enclave.
This is the feeling of turning a game you love into a lifetime of cash. DraftKings.com, the daily fantasy baseball destination, is giving away over $300 million this baseball season. And the games are 1 day, so you can play for your share every single day. Just pick your sport, pick your players, and pick up your cash. Step up to the plate at DraftKings.com. Play with promo code SLIDE and get free entry in our daily contests. Get to DraftKings.com.
2 things got the stylists excited at a sheer delight. When a customer had the guts to go for the big city and playing the lottery. You see, they'd played together for years, but never hit it big. And then one day, Mama getting new shoes, baby. Mama getting new shoes, baby. Mama. So go ahead, get that new hairdo. And hey, play the Illinois lottery, because anything's possible.
One thing we can rely on in this house is UVerse high-speed internet.
I've been streaming movies all day without any problems.
UVerse high-speed internet has brought much-needed reliability to our lives.
It's got reliability you can rely on.
AT&T UVerse high-speed internet. With 99.9% reliability, it's one thing you can rely on.
Some things are not what they appear to be. Other things are exactly what they appear to be. The 306 horsepower Lexus IS 350, as aggressive as it looks. See your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer.
Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by Cholula Hot Sauce, the flavorful hot sauce with the iconic wooden cap.
Back, Cubs post-game live presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield. Let's take a look at the Blue Cross Blue Shield key to the Cubs' loss tonight. Here is former Marlin Todd Hollingsworth. How are you going with that, buddy?
Bullpen day. I think it's pretty obvious kind of how this one set itself up. Hamill Walker was what our matchup was supposed to be. Yeah, it's getaway day for the Cardinals, day off tomorrow for the Cubs. So maybe you're not too worried about it. But again, this is a big game, and we talked about it, wanting to win this series and what this became. So you felt like advantage Cardinals once Hamill leaves the ballgame, but our bullpen did a pretty nice job. Clayton Richards struggled just a little bit, but Travis Wood's the guy that I love to talk about. He has really made the transformation into the bullpen, gave us 3 solid innings, kept this thing in check. Guys did a great job tonight. Rondon as well. Yeah, the one pitch for Strop, the one that stands out. But for 8 innings of bullpen work, I thought we did a pretty nice job in this one. And again, fortunately had that moment late.
All right, big news before the game. Chris Bryant and Anthony Rizzo are both headed to the Home Run Derby at the All-Star Game on Monday night. First ever Cubs teammates to participate in the Derby. And for Chris Bryant, his father, Mike, will be pitching to him. The matchups, from what we're hearing about, will be Rizzo against Donaldson and Bryant against Albert Pujols.
Ooh, how about it? Let's hope these guys come out of this thing healthy. I love the Home Run Derby. Most of us, a lot of players, they like the Home Run Derby, maybe even more than the game. But let's hope with this clock that's kind of part of this that nobody gets a little ahead of themselves.
Does this damage your swing, you think?
Well,
I've heard
I did a little. I certainly wasn't at the big league level. I did them in the minor leagues. It can, if you get too much into it. It wasn't about me damaging the swing. It was all the swings that I was taking and the fact that it was swinging and swinging and swinging and swinging for the fences repeatedly. So, I mean, that is the one thing that, the competitive nature of all players. Listen, if they're in this, they want to win. And because this thing's on a clock, that's my only concern. I just want to make sure that everybody gets through this thing, and not just our guys, our boys, but that these guys get through this game healthy. I do worry about the rib cages and those muscles in there when you're put under the gun. Baseball is not a game that has a clock in it, in that we've got to race through our swings. I mean, everybody prepares themselves for the swing that they're ready to take, and now they've got this clock out there. So we'll see how it goes, but hopefully they come back healthy.
It should be a lot of fun to watch.
I think so.
Cubs out there. All right, quick timeout. We'll tell you about the pitching matchup for Friday and hand it off to Mark Shanowski coming up.
How's he going up there?
I need more time! You only get a handful of minutes to start a new life.
We gotta go!
Keep looking! It's gotta be here!
He's coming!
So you grab what you need to get you through.
Oh, there it is.
I'm gonna go have our baby now.
My keys! I'm so nervous.
Where were you born? It's a question asked all the time. Because where you're from shapes who you are, inspires how you do things. And when that inspiration comes from a place this refreshing, this majestic, this... well, you get the idea. Coors Light, born in the Rockies.
You know what this beach needs? CPR? RPMs. More hustle, Hop. Now it's Muscle Beach. Put this against your ear, and you can hear a Hemi.
Whoa! Get a great deal during the Dodge Summer Clearance event. Get 0% APR for 75 months, plus $1,500 total bonus cash on Dodge Charger SXT.
Get ultimate coverage and stain resistance with Pittsburgh Grand Distinction Interior Paint from Menards. It's guaranteed to be the best paint and primer in one you've ever bought or your money back. Save $10 a gallon. That's $50 on 5-gallon pails. Control your lighting from anywhere with Lightify from Sylvania. This LED bulb is tunable from soft white to daylight. This starter kit includes a gateway and LED bulb. Just download the free Lightify app. On sale, just $49.99.
Save big money at Menards.
Your old air conditioner is costing you money.
The summer's heating up. Stay cool with a new air conditioner from Four Seasons. And right now, get a new energy-saving air conditioner from just $24.95 installed. Furnace and AC combos from just $36.95. Plus, enjoy 5 years interest-free financing. Call today for your free estimate on a new AC from Four Seasons.
For all the right reasons, call 866 4 Seasons.
Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by Cholula Hot Sauce, the flavorful hot sauce with the iconic wooden cap.
Matchup for Friday's game. Game 1 of 3-game set. Cubs and White Sox. Rodon and Hendricks. And by the way, Hendricks on a career best 15 and a third scoreless inning streak.
Yeah, keep the ball down. He's pitching the ball very, very well. Interestingly enough, Rodon struggling just a little bit of late. So we'll see how this one plays itself out. But again, to me, this series is really all about the offenses. The pitching has been good, but the offenses have struggled.
All right, thank you for watching Cubs Post Game Live, presented by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois. We're all a little punch drunk here in the studio. Again, Mark Shanowski's coming up with Sportsnet Central next. Cubs fall just a little bit short tonight. Johnny Peralta, that big dramatic home run in the ninth, and the Cards beat the Cubs 6-5 to split the 4-game series. We will see you on Friday live from Wrigley. Cubs and White Sox. A huge thanks to our great director, Terry Cortez, for providing dinner for everybody in the newsroom tonight. Rocky Mountain Oysters, homemade. Great job, Terry.
You are connected to Sportsnet Central, presented by GMC.
We had a good game earlier. Now we have a chance to sweep it over.
Fair ball! Fair ball!
That was fair ball.
Montero will score. We're tied. Back to the pitcher. They'll try to turn two-man throw. Herrera's in. Everybody's safe. Cubs win. Cubs sweep.
The Cubs looking for the series win over St. Louis, but before the game, they got some exciting news. Anthony Rizzo and Chris Bryant selected to participate in baseball's marquee Midsummer Classic event. That, of course, the Home Run Derby.
It's gonna be exciting. Chris and I will really enjoy it. I think everyone that will participate will enjoy it, but it's something to watch it growing up as a kid and participating in a few along the day. It's going to be awesome. It's a good experience.
Your teammate?
Yeah, he's excited too. I mean, to do it together, so we better put on a good show.
Is there going to be a little bit of a side bet on this thing here? Or?
No, I mean I was talking to him. We're just here to we're just going in to have fun. I think he has a pretty good chance. I mean, Cincinnati's a good left-handed hitter. I mean, it's just a good hitter's park, but you know, I get to watch him every day in BP, and it's pretty special. So, I mean, hopefully I win it, but if he wins, you know, that's great too.
So here's a look at the full list of participants in the brand new bracket format for Monday's Home Run Derby. Bryant will square off against Albert Pujols in the first round. This is head-to-head competition now, while Anthony Rizzo takes on former Cubs farmhand Josh Donaldson. An all-Cubs matchup in the final is possible, and you know that somewhere Sammy Sosa will be watching. The Home Run Derby is his favorite event. Hi again, everyone. Welcome into Sportsnet Central, presented by GMC. I'm Mark Shanowski. Rizzo and Bryant have been the main cogs in a Cubs offense that ranks in the bottom third of all of baseball in runs scored. Still, the pitching has been excellent. Cubs at 46-37 heading into tonight's series finale against the Major League best St. Louis Cardinals. Jason Hamill getting the start for the Cubs. They look to make it 3 out of 4, but Hamill was only able to get through 1 inning. Before the game, you'd see him grabbing at the back of his left leg after warming up, and then in the first, he's to get the first to try to cover a ground ball. running very gingerly. You can see the leg is bothering him. He would have to leave with a left hamstring strain after recording just 3 outs. So Clayton Richard is pressed into emergency duty. Cardinals get to him right away. Runners at the corners. A little bloop single by Dan Johnson, just called up from the minors. That scores a run. Later, the pitcher, Michael Wacha, delivers against Richard. 2-0 Redbirds. In the 4th, Richard continues to struggle. Runner on third, Randall Grichuk splits the gap in right center field. That would score a run. Richard allowed 4 tallies in just 3 innings of work. Cardinals up 4-0. It looked like they cruised in this one. But in the bottom half of the inning, the Cubs' 2 All-Stars get them back in it. Chris Bryant triples to center. Anthony Rizzo steaming around third. He's going to get home after the bobble in the outfield. It's now 4-1 St. Louis. Still in the 4th. Starlin Castro gets credit for an infield single when Wacha fails to cover first. Bryant scores, cuts it to a 4-2 game. In the 6th inning, Cubs have the bases loaded with 1 out. Starlin Castro at the dish, and he's going to strike out looking. Take a look at the pitch track on the replay. Wacha's just able to nail it on the inside corner. Up next, Cubs catcher Miguel Montero, 2-2 count. Montero takes a close pitch in almost the exact same spot. Pitch track shows it is just off the corner for a ball, so that makes it a full count. New life for Montero.
Again, a 3-2. Driven out of the right center. This could clear him. Fowler's in. Rizzo scores. Soler. And the Cubs lead. Oh, baby.
Oh, baby, indeed. Montero with the bases clearing double to put the Cubs in front. Cardinals catcher Yadier Molina furious with home plate umpire Pat Hoberg confronting the ump when the ball is still in play. Molina was tossed. Cardinals manager Mike Matheny would also get ejected, and the Cubs are in front 5-4. We skip ahead to the 9th inning. Cardinals have a man on. Pedro Strop just 1 strike away from getting the save, and then this happens. Johnny Peralta tomahawks a high fastball, just gets into the basket over the left field wall. 2-run homer for Peralta. Cardinals take a 6-5 lead. Bottom half of the 9th, Addison Russell on second, but Trevor Rosenthal strikes out Dexter Fowler to end it. The Cardinals win a wild one 6-5, earn a split in the 4-game series. Here's Joe Madden after the game.
It's baseball, man. It happens. We've done it to other teams. They did it to us tonight. You just fail to execute a pitch, and it's a homer. The guy can do that to you. It really comes down to the previous at-bat, not walking Carpenter. We're in a good position to put the game away right there, but we did. But regardless of all that, I'm really pleased with the way we played tonight. I thought that was an outstanding night. What we did coming back like we did. Your starter leaves the game in the 2nd inning. Attempt to piece the bullpen together to get to the end of the game, and we did. And we're 1 pitch away from winning the game, and of course we did not. But the at-bats, tremendous at-bats, right down to Addison's right there, doubling the gap with 2 outs. I have nothing bad to say about our game tonight. We just had a tough break in the beginning with Hammer, and then we made a pitch that their guy got to. Otherwise, I'm really pleased with our group.
We will have much more reaction from Wrigley Field later in the show. Our expert analyst Todd Hollandsworth weighs in on the series as a whole. Plus, we'll bring you the latest on that Jason Hamill injury. Now to the south side, Drew Hutchison and his 5.23 earned run average facing Johnny Danks and his 4.95 ERA. Hutchison, though, getting much better run support, so he's 8-2. Danks, 4-8 on the season. Sox have not scored many runs. Matter of fact, they've scored 4 or less in their last 26 outings at home. Trying to snap that against Hutchison, who threw a complete game shutout against the White Sox back in May. First inning, already 1-0 good guys. Adam LaRoche lines one to right. 2 runs will score. LaRoche, not known for his speed, tries to stretch it into a triple, and he's thrown out. But still, it's 3-0 White Sox after 1. To the 3rd inning, John Danks already allowing a pair of Toronto runs to come in. Josh Donaldson, who had 10 hits and 17 at-bats against the Sox coming into the game, well, he does it again. That one goes all the way to the wall. A run will score, and just like that, we're tied up at 3. Sox half of the 3rd inning. Jose Abreu at the dish, and he lifts a high pop-up to center field. Kevin Pilar looking for it, but he can't find it. In the raindrops, the mist, the ball drops in. Abreu gets into second on the 2-base error. Later in the inning, Avi Garcia with a little blooper, and that one's going to drop in. Abreu comes around. The Sox tie the game up at 4. Now to the 5th inning. Donaldson at the plate. Always seems to come up in these situations where we're going to do the most damage. And he continues to kill White Sox pitching, driving one to right field over Garcia's head. That's another RBI double. Toronto back in front, 5-4. A little bit later, it's now 6-4 in favor of the visitors. Sox have 2 on, 2 outs in the 6th inning. Light-hitting Carlos Sanchez slaps a base hit to left. LaRoche comes around, and he's going to beat the throw this time. So the Sox are within a run at 6-5. Adam Eaton is up next. Little chopper to short, and the speedy Eaton beats the throw by Jose Reyes. That allows the tying run to score. Sox keep clawing. It's 6-6. Now to the 7th inning. Sox with the runner on second base. Alexei Ramirez is up, and he lines a shot to first. Edwin Encarnacion stays with the play, dives to first to get the out. Keeping the game tied at 6. We're now in the middle of the 11th inning at U.S. Cellular Field. Sox will settle for any old run to win it. Game tied at 6. Let's check out tonight's country financial top performers, all coming from the Jays Sox game. Told you about Josh Donaldson. He's been a monster against White Sox pitching. What has he done so far tonight? How about 2 more hits, a couple of doubles, 2 runs batted in. Avi Garcia, 4 for 5, an RBI double and a run scored. And Adam LaRoche, 2 for 4 with a double, 2 RBIs and a run scored as well. As we mentioned, the Sox with a chance to win it in the bottom of the 11th inning. And a quick turnaround for both teams. They'll wrap up their 4-game series tomorrow afternoon. Jeff Samardzija will get the start for the home team. Samardzija's pitched a lot better lately after getting off to a slow start with the Southside team. Comcast Sportsnet's coverage begins with Chuck Arfine and Bill Melton bringing you White Sox pregame live at 12:30. And Hawk and Stoney have the call just after 1. In other Sox news, AAA reliever Javi Guerra has been suspended for 50 games without pay. That's because of a second positive test for a banned substance. Guerra appeared in 3 games for the Major League team this season, allowing 2 hits and no runs over an inning and 2/3. And now to this crazy developing story from the NBA. One of this summer's top free agents, DeAndre Jordan, is going to back out of a verbal commitment to sign with the Dallas Mavericks, and instead he'll return to his original team, the LA Clippers, with a 5-year max contract worth over $110 million. How did it happen? Well, reportedly, Jordan called his best friend on the Clippers, Blake Griffin, on Monday, said he was having second thoughts about signing with Dallas. That led to a massive recruiting effort by the Clippers. They dispatched Griffin, Chris Paul, J.J. Redick, Paul Pierce, Coach Doc Rivers, and even the owner, Steve Ballmer, to Houston to try to convince Jordan to change his mind, and ultimately, they were successful today. Mavericks owner Mark Cuban was unable to get another meeting to make one last pitch for the NBA's leading rebounder to come to Dallas. And this whole drama led some NBA players to break out their emoji game on Twitter. Chandler Parsons tweeted a plane indicating he would fly to Houston to try to convince Jordan to honor his commitment to come to the Mavs. Ultimately, he never got that chance. J.J. Redick, who lives in Austin, tweeted a car. Blake Griffin countered with a plane, helicopter, and a car. Chris Paul with a banana boat. Remember, he was spotted riding one in the Bahamas earlier this week. And Paul Pierce went with a rocket ship. But his airness, Michael Jordan, trumped everyone. What's going to trump all that? How about 6 championship trophies? And then later, an emoji of a goat, which stands for the greatest of all time. Yes, Michael Jordan wins once again. And Blake Griffin having all kinds of fun with this bizarre situation. Remember, Mark Cuban was hoping to get to Jordan's home for one last meeting, but Griffin tweeted this photo of a chair presumably blocking DeAndre Jordan's door to keep Cuban out, writing, "Don't agree with the furniture layout, but I'm not an interior designer." That's pretty funny stuff right there.
And this fall, man, this is very tough. And this fall, I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and join the Miami Heat.
Yes, it was 5 years ago today. LeBron James held a nationally televised show that broke the hearts of fans in his home state. And then 4 years later, James would jilt fans in South Florida by going back to Cleveland for a better chance at more championships. That leads us to tonight's Twitter question. In honor of the 5-year anniversary of the decision, who's the athlete most despised by Chicago sports fans over the previous 5 years? You can answer using the CSN CHI Talk hashtag. We'll have some of the best responses later in the show. Cam Eaton, not known for his power. We showed you his speed a little bit earlier. Bottom of the 11th, he jumped on that pitch, knocked it over the right field wall. It's time to bounce for the White Sox. They beat the Blue Jays 7-6. We will have reaction from U.S. Cellular Field a little bit later on. Well, from the thrill of victory to the agony of defeat on the north side. More reaction from Wrigley Field after the Cubs were one pitch away from their first series win over the Cardinals since 2010. The images of the Blackhawks winning the Stanley Cup at home will never be forgotten. Now there's another unique way to reminisce about their dramatic victory.
Sportsnet Central on Comcast Sportsnet is presented to you by GMC. We are professional grade.
A pitcher who can paint the corners is known as a Rembrandt. At GMC, we get why people love that kind of precision. After all, in everything we build, that's exactly what we deliver. This is precision. This is GMC. Now pay no interest for 5 years, plus get $2,000 purchase cash on 2015 Sierra SLT models.
This is a great place to work, not because they have yoga meetings and a juice bar, because they're getting Comcast Business Internet. Comcast Business offers convenient installation appointments that work around your schedule, and it takes about an hour.
Get reliable internet that's up to 5 times faster than DSL from the phone company. Call 800-501-6000 to switch today.
Perks are nice, but the best thing you can give your business is Comcast Business.
Comcast Business, built for business.
Brian Barehand, straight up bat by Soler. High drive. Rizzo save. Caught by Russell. Struck him out. What a moment for the kid.
Your old air conditioner is costing you money. The summer's heating up. Stay cool with a new air conditioner from Four Seasons. And right now, get a new energy-saving air conditioner from just $24.95 installed. Furnace and AC combos from just $36.95. Plus, enjoy 5 years interest-free financing. Call today for your free estimate on a new AC from Four Seasons.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
Some things are not what they appear to be. Other things are exactly what they appear to be. The 306 horsepower Lexus IS 350. As aggressive as it looks. See your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer.
We are back with tonight's GMC professional grade player. It is Cardinal shortstop Johnny Peralta. The visitors down to their final strike when Peralta tomahawked that high fastball from Pedro Strop. Just gets in the basket, giving St. Louis a dramatic 6-5 win. And for more on the very unsatisfying series split against the Redbirds, here's our expert analyst, Todd Hollinsworth.
Yeah, it stings. Yeah, you go back into the clubhouse, you shake it off a little bit. You pat the guys on the back who really picked you up today. That's the way that you got to think about it. A lot of positives come out of this ballgame for the Cubs. It's the Cardinals. I get it. We get it. This one doesn't feel good, but you competed. You got yourselves back into a ballgame in which you really had no business being in it. When you think back to Hamill going down in the first inning, you're in the bullpen, you got 8 innings coming out, you're down in the ball game, you battle back, you get the lead. Yes, it stings, but you got to focus in on those positives, the things that happened good for your team today. Montero, 3-run double, big spot right there. The boys battling back. I think the Anthony Rizzo's at bat, 11 pitch at bat that got Waka a little, got him off his game just a little bit. Good things happened in this game for Cubs fans, for the Cubs themselves. So again, day off tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to sting tonight. There's no doubt about it. But again, this team's playing pretty good baseball at home.
Yeah, Todd, there were a lot of positives, but as you saw earlier in the show, Jason Hamill had to leave the game after just 1 inning of work and 12 pitches. Hamill appeared to pull up when Matt Carpenter hit a grounder to first baseman Anthony Rizzo for the second out. And with the All-Star break approaching, the Cubs decided not to take any chances with their veteran starter, who's been great all season long.
It was the second pitch. Just right when I landed. I've always been a stiff front leg guy landing. Just real sharp pain in the back of the knee. So MRI tomorrow, we'll figure out more of where it is or what exactly it is. I came in after the inning. Every pitch afterwards got tighter and tighter and a little more painful. So I came in and I tried to stretch it and rolled a little bit to see if that would help, and it was pretty much a no-go. So, I mean, I would have loved to have pitched through it, but it hurt pretty bad.
Hopefully the Cubs will get some good news on Jason Hamill. They'll have a long All-Star break, give him some time to heal. We've got you covered all weekend long for the Crosstown Cup Series between the Cubs and White Sox. Friday, our coverage begins at 2 p.m., a one-hour pregame show. Saturday, we get things going at 2:30. And Sunday, we finish out the Wrigley Field portion of the Red Line rivalry with pregame coverage beginning at 12:30. Being a sports fan can sometimes feel like riding a roller coaster. All kinds of highs and lows, sometimes accompanied by a sick feeling in the pit of your stomach. And when your favorite team is coming out on the short end, there's a natural tendency to take out your frustrations on a player wearing the other city's jersey. Earlier in the show, we asked for your most despised athletes on opposing teams. We got some very interesting responses. This from Eric. Aaron Rodgers, for sure. Every time he does that discount double check move after a touchdown, makes me hate him even more. And there have been a lot of them. Yes, there have. Rodgers, 11-2 over the last 5 seasons against the Bears, knocking the Bears out of the NFC Championship in 2011 and out of playoff consideration at the end of 2013. Patricia tweets, Rafi Torres has to be in the top 10 after what he did to Marian Hossa. Of course, you remember back in April of 2012, Torres dangerously leaving his feet with the hit on Hossa. That put the future Hall of Famer in the hospital. A year before that, when he played for Vancouver, Torres went headhunting on Brent Seabrook. Yes, Rafi Torres still public enemy #1 for a lot of Blackhawk fans. Josh writes, no debate, Ndamukong Suh. Suh has certainly earned it. Jake Delhomme and Jay Cutler felt his unnecessary roughness tactics in 2010. And then it was Andy Dalton in 2011. Evan Dietrich Smith got stomped in 2012. Matt Schaub kicked in the groin in 2012. And then he stepped on Aaron Rodgers' calf to earn another hefty fine. Yes, Suh very easy to dislike. And David writes, when it's not Jay Cutler, it's LeBron James. Playing for the Cavs and Heat, James' teams have knocked the Bulls out of the playoffs 4 times over the last 6 seasons, creating a lot of bad blood along the way with his histrionics and that constant whining to the officials. We knew LeBron would make the list. We're coming right back with more Sportsnet Central. Stay with us.
Hey, White Sox fans, remember this?
Plum hits it into right, down the line. It is gone. And here in the 14th inning, the White Sox take a 6-5 lead.
It's one of my favorite moments from 2005. Come see me, Jeff Blum, and my teammates July 17th through the 19th for a special 2005 World Championship Reunion Weekend presented by your local Ford stores. Tickets to all 3 games are on sale now, so visit WhiteSox.com today.
We're here in this auto graveyard to demonstrate a remarkable car polish. New Finish, the once-a-year car polish. Simply wipe it on and just wipe it off. It's that easy. And look, New Finish restored a deep, hard shine even to this weather-beaten car. We polished this car with New Finish and ran it through 52 car washes. Even after heavy-duty detergents and powerful scrubbing, the water still beads. So get New Finish.
Available at Advance Auto, Target, Lowe's, Walgreens, AutoZone, Walmart, and other leading stores.
There's a sound a ball makes when it catches nothing but net. Everyone loves that sound, that precision. At GMC, we get that. Nothing separates the men from the boys. Like nothing but net. This is precision. This is GMC. Now get over $6,500 total value on specially equipped 2015 Acadia models.
Esurance was born online, which means fewer costs, which saves money. Their customer experience is virtually paperless, which saves paper, which saves money. They have smart online tools, so you only pay for what's right for you, which saves money. They settle claims quickly, which saves time, which saves money. They drive an all-hybrid claims fleet, which saves gas, which saves money. They were born online and built to save money, which means when they save, you save, because that's how it should work in the modern world. Esurance, backed by Allstate. Click or call.
Chicago, Comcast Sportsnet is giving you a chance to win tickets to all 3 days of Lollapalooza for you and a guest. Don't miss out on the biggest party of the summer. Visit csnchicago.com/Lala to enter for your chance to win today. Tomorrow, CSN Chicago celebrates Sox Social Day as the good guys wrap up their homestand against Toronto. Join the fun by using the hashtag SoxSocial throughout the game. See your tweets on air and win prizes. Sox Jays tomorrow at 12:30 on CSN.
What's a saucer pass to Keith, high slide, he shoots, butterfly safety, Keith follows up, and he scores! Duncan Keith! The Hawks take a 1-0 lead on the Lightning, and Saad escapes from the puck, over the Lightning line, left wing, drop pass Richards, closes in, put him across, he scores! It's Patrick Kane with his first goal in the final! It's 2-0 Hawks with 5:14 left in the third, and this crowd can smell it for the third time in 6 seasons! It's one goal achieved! The Chicago Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup!
And now yet another tribute to the Stanley Cup champs. This one from an artist called The Flippist, who's putting out one of his customized books featuring Patrick Kane and Duncan Keith on their path to winning another cup. We all know how the story ends, but it is interesting to see the Hawks heroes come to life as you flip through the pages. Speaking of the Blackhawks, time for our favorite game. Where in the world is the Stanley Cup? Well, it's with Blackhawks assistant coach Mike Kitchen in Toronto. The keeper of the cup tweeting out this photo of Kitch preparing to take the world's most famous trophy for a helicopter ride this afternoon. He also showed off the cup to a group of kids in Aurora, Ontario.
The plays of the day are presented by Lexus.
We've got 3 gems from the Sox Blue Jays game. Number 3, 7th inning, Edwin Encarnacion takes a hit and an RBI away from Alexei Ramirez. Good stop, stays with the play, and gets the out. That kept the game tied at 6. Number 2 in the 9th inning, relief pitcher Zach Duke. Good reflexes on the liner by Jose Batista. Throws to first to double off Josh Donaldson, ending the inning. Nice play by Duke to get the double play. Number 1, Spanky Eaton in the 11th. No, we're not bleeping you, Hawk. It's the second career walk-off homer for Adam Eaton, the guy who stirs the drink, doing it again. White Sox beat the Blue Jays 7-6. That's the first walk-off home run by a Sox leadoff hitter since Scotty Pods did it in Game 2 of the 05 World Series. Here's Sox manager Robin Ventura on the dramatic walk-off win.
Putting a dent in that first inning deficit that we usually get in. So it was good to get off to a good start. You know, guys were swinging it, and you know, it's nice to see, you know, come out of the gate like that. They swung the bat. At bat-wise, we had some good at-bats tonight. You know, we couldn't hold on to that lead, but, you know, guys grinded away. We were able to tie it up, and, you know, once you tie it up, the bullpen does a great job of just keeping us in it. Some nice plays. You know, right there at the end, Alexi made a nice play, but we had, you know, bullpen does a nice job. Dookie with, you know, snagging a line drive, and you get yourself in position. And, you know, the last guy you probably thinks going to hit a homer to lead off the innings is Eaton. So, you know, just he's got some pop. It's just, you know, being a leadoff guy, he doesn't do it a lot. But, you know, when he gets a hold of it, it can go.
So a very frustrating loss for the Cubs at Wrigley Field, but a dramatic win for the White Sox. And don't forget, we've got White Sox baseball tomorrow afternoon here on Comcast Sportsnet. Coverage begins with Chuck and Bill, White Sox pregame live at 12:30. Thank you so much for watching Sportsnet Central, presented by GMC. I'll be back at midnight with a final look at the day in Chicago sports, so we'll see you soon.
pitcher who can paint the corners is known as a Rembrandt. At GMC, we get why people love that kind of precision. After all, in everything we build, that's exactly what we deliver. This is precision. This is GMC. Now pay no interest for 5 years, plus get $2,000 purchase cash on 2015 Sierra SLT models.
Some cashback cards make things so complicated. They limit where you earn bonus cashback. Here's the way I see it. You are point A, and your cashback is point B. The simple way between them, the Quicksilver card from Capital One. Quicksilver earns you unlimited 1.5% cashback on every purchase everywhere. I said unlimited everywhere. Now that's more like it. What's in your wallet?
When you paint with Frog Tape, something magical happens. Because Frog Tape is the only painting tape with patented paint block technology to give you the cleanest, sharpest lines possible. The patented paint block reacts with water and latex paint to form a microbarrier against paint bleed. Frog Tape Delicate even works on freshly painted surfaces, giving you maximum creative flexibility. For professional results when you paint, there's only one name to know. Frog Tape. Keeps paint out, keeps lines sharp.
As the next system moves in, make sure your vehicle is prepared. Rain, mud, dirt, and sand. With the advanced technology of WeatherTech floor liners, your vehicle is protected against the elements. Laser-measured perfect protection covering front, back, and even up the sides. Order yours today at WeatherTech.com, call 1-800-CarMats, or visit our factory store in Bolingbrook. Stay one step ahead of the weather with WeatherTech.
We now join the following program already in progress.
Buddy,
how you doing, pal?
Hall needed that break. He was starting to get crabby there, you know, the little bandwagger. But anyways, Mark, you, buddy,
Yeah,
you
buddy.
of all people should know that all you can do at Comiskey's place is be the ball boy, okay? Let's be fair about that. You're 41. Come on, admit your age. But anyways, guys.
You see me play, Joe? I don't think you've seen this talent, but go ahead. Continue on your extra point.
Okay. But anyways, if you were that good, you'd be with Comiskey right now. Anyways, endorsements. JCPenney, that's just an endorsement deal. But anyways, you guys, please let's stop selling all the Chicago teams, okay? Let's keep the players where they're at, all right? I'm tired of hearing that people can't come up. People shouldn't be able to do this. Cap, I see you with Adam Johns, Mark Harmon, Mike, everybody. You're a leader, buddy. People will follow. You lead, they follow. Joe Madden, a leader. He will lead, people will follow. Ross, leader, he will follow. Schwarber will follow. Bring the guy up. Let him sit behind these guys. Somebody's going to have to catch Lester if he can pitch from 35 to 40, okay? Schwarber would be great up here. Put him in labs. Let him sub somewhere, whatever. But let him sit on the bench with the pros and learn from the pros. Bosio is getting no credit for this pitching staff.
Oh, he's getting it from me, dude. I said yesterday, top 3 or 4 pitching coaches in baseball. Joe, are you hanging?
Thank you, Cap. Thank you, Cap. Finally, somebody's agreeing with me, just like with the Bulls. I'm telling you, Portis, he's going to be another Jimmy Butler. Look at Frank, classy kid, man. And this is what Chicago is about, is we got to take our new guys, put them in a gym, and just say, hey, play your game. Butler did it. Portis will do it. You guys leave these guys alone. They're all pros. They'll get it. Let's stop trading our teams away. Look what happened with the White Sox farm system.
All right.
Love you guys. Have a nice day, man.
You too. See you, Joe.
Take
Be
it
good,
easy,
buddy.
guys.
Take care.
Mark, have a nice one.
Thank you, Joe.
Listen to your balls, buddy.
Appreciate you. Even though he thinks you stink as a basketball player.
It's not a terrible
He's
take by
accurate.
him.
Hey, White Sox fans, remember this?
Plum hits it into right, down the line. It is gone. And here in the 14th inning, the White Sox take a 6-5 lead.
It's one of my favorite moments from 2005. Come see me, Jeff Blum, and my teammates July 17th through the 19th for a special 2005 World Championship Reunion Weekend presented by your local Ford stores. Tickets to all 3 games are on sale now, so visit WhiteSox.com today.
Sport Clips appreciates everything guys do.
You're welcome.
That's why we're giving you the instant replay. It's your Sport Clips MVP experience, but more of it. For a limited time, get twice the hot towel treatment and a double header of our massaging shampoo and soothing scalp treatment for the price of a single MVP. Are you dreaming? You're not dreaming. Sport Clips, it's good to be a guy.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Creating the perfect outdoor space by Unilock. Quality landscapes require the right design, materials, and craftsmanship because that's what it takes to truly connect with your lifestyle. With Unilock, you get unlimited design possibilities, authorized Unilock contractors, and a transferable lifetime guarantee. For a complimentary idea book or a free project estimate, call 1-800-UNILOCK or visit unilock.com. That's 1-800-UNILOCK and unilock.com. Your perfect outdoor space awaits with Unilock, designed to connect.
The Cubs page on CSNChicago.com.
He's in the on-duck circle. That feathered friend, Ducky Medwick. Carlos Martinez trying to earn maybe another All-Star vote. It's part of the final ballot, right? Yeah. Last man. I think that's illegal. You're not supposed to bribe anyone to vote for you. No. Although I don't think the Duck has a working email address.
Len and JD on WGN yesterday when a winged, webbed creature was around home plate. Angel Hernandez, the umpire. You remember him, the one that Steve McMichael got into it with, and he had Steve ejected. He chased the duck around, and finally the duck took off with a little help from the grounds crew. Cap and Haw continues on Comcast, Sportsnet, and WGN+.
How good are you, Cap? Who sings DuckTales?
DuckTales?
Yes, that song that just played that is ridiculously terrible, but yet played because there was a ducktail to talk about right now.
I'll say Katrina and the Waves.
The name is Boston. Never heard of him, but Boston sings that. Life is like a hurricane.
No idea.
Here is Duckburg.
It was the theme song of the fantastic cartoon DuckTales.
Of course,
I know you're 41, so it might be a little bit, but like for our era, me and Pat Castell, DuckTales, phenomenal show.
Even in my year, I was not a cartoon guy. Like my friends would get up and watch the Smurfs on a Saturday morning. No interest.
I watched Underdog.
I did like Underdog.
Magilla Gorilla Hour of Power.
Okay.
The Jetsons. The Flintstones.
I loved the Jetsons.
How about the Flintstones?
But I'm talking about like Saturday morning.
Now here's a question for you.
Those are like legendary cartoons.
This would be a question I got from my friend Mike North way back in the day.
Pappy?
Yeah, Pappyland. Did you ever see the Flintstones, Mike?
A little bit. I wasn't quite that into
so
it. I'm
every single show, he would order the Brontosaurus ribs, and every time he got them, the car would tip over when they set them on the window at the drive-thru.
Didn't he ask Pat Riley that question?
He did not. He was going to. The car tips over. So if the car tipped over the first time, why would you order the ribs the second time? So the reason I bring that story up is North was covering the Bulls at the Heat. Riles is the coach at the time.
North decides he's going to ask some insanely stupid question at the post-game press conference. Shocking. So the questions are narrowed down to, one, if Fred orders the ribs and the car tips over, why does he keep doing it every episode? Or if I told you that you had to shave off that beautiful head of hair but you'd win a championship, would you do it?
Oh, he went with the shaved head.
He went with the shaved head, and they had him ejected.
Yeah, Riles needs to relax.
See, I was more of a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles guy. That was more of my era. And then it progressively got into, as you got a little bit older, groundbreaking show called Saved by the Bell. Because that was like the first live, it wasn't a cartoon, and it was Saturday mornings. That was a big deal. Kelly Kapowski? Forget about it, as Mike North would say.
Were you more of a Wilma or Betty, Cappy, in your years?
Betty.
You went Betty?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
She was kind of moody, Betty. She's always complaining.
No.
Cappy likes
She's always yelling.
Cappy likes a brunette and not the teacher Wilma type. See, this is a window inside the Cappy that you didn't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Marianne or Ginger?
Oh.
Yeah, you don't even know what that is, Mike, do you?
Of course I know what that is.
Can the answer be both?
Marianne's the one you want to marry. Ginger's the one you're stuck on an island with, and it depends.
I go more comfortable with Marianne.
Because you're on an island, so you're going to have to be with that person for a long time.
I go Marianne all day long.
Ginger's a little too flighty for me.
If you're on the island for one night, you're going Ginger.
I don't
She's
think
a lot
so.
more fun.
I think Marianne would have been just a fun time.
Cappy has good sense with this stuff. It's one of his underrated talents. He can really break down the talents of women that he's
of fake characters on TV shows.
Of women that he's never met. I wanted to say, the duck thing. Great job by Angel Hernandez, but why can't the duck just hang out? Duck wants to watch a baseball game, has a great seat. Why did that bother everybody?
Well, he's too close to the playing field, so move the duck back.
Well, he was off the playing field.
F that duck. He's got to move.
The duck was enjoying a Cubs cards. And depending on your beliefs, maybe you come back as a duck.
Go sit by the on-deck circle.
That's where he was.
No, he was farther out. Carlos Martinez was feeding him, by the way.
Well, he was okay, but he was close. He was closer to the on-deck circle than he was to home plate. That duck was living a dream. I personally felt bad for that duck that he couldn't just enjoy the baseball game. If there was a foul ball headed that way, Duck would have gone. He would have moved. Duck wasn't bothering anybody. We should focus on what's going on, not the duck who was having a sunflower seat courtesy of Martinez. I thought that duck was well within his rights. Good duck.
Cap show that's going off the rails, brought to you by Horowitz and Associates. Cap and Haw brought to you by Horowitz Associates. It's Illinois' top personal injury lawyers. They won the largest verdict for a brain injury in Illinois history, the largest verdict for a back injury in Illinois history, and the largest verdict for a neck injury in Illinois history. That's the triple crown of lawyering. Horowitz and Associates. These guys win. 312-235-2525. It was another great show. It wasn't a cartoon, but it was the Flintstones in real life. I mean, TV real life. The Honeymooners.
Oh.
Phenomenal show.
I enjoyed the Honeymooners.
You know what we do have to bring back, Jackal? You got to play it for me today. Angel Hernandez when he ejected Steve McMichael.
And for that umpire.
I'll have some speaks for that home plate umpire.
The duck was
Jackal was like 4 when that happened.
It's 5-6-3. The duck was following text line 312-235-2525. The duck was following Castro's example, just hanging out. And then yes?
You know what? Sorry to interrupt you. Heather McKelvey on Twitter at H McKelvey.
Yes.
The duck is our version of the rally squirrel. Didn't the Cardinals have the rally squirrel? And didn't they rally monkey was the Angels? We've got the rally duck. We swept with the duck.
The RD.
We're on to something here. I think what I'm going to do is, I'm not even going to say it on the air, I got a business idea.
Nope.
You want in?
Sure. Are you going back to your T-shirt selling days when you got fired by Dallas Green?
Yes. I got a T-shirt idea. If you guys want in, I'll let you buy a small percentage for $500 each. I promise you'll get your money back many times over.
I don't know about you, Jacko, but just this one moment of idea and then instantly already to 500. I'm personally going to hold back myself.
That's a month's salary for me, and I'm out. No thanks.
You're going to make many times over. Mark it down. I just came up with a great idea.
That whole trusting thing with you, I don't know if I could do that. It's $500 is a lot of money. I mean, what kind of T-shirts are these?
I didn't say T-shirts.
You're going T-shirts.
I just said I have a business idea.
Does it involve fabric?
Fabric of some kind.
So you're going hats.
I didn't say that either.
Are you going to kill the duck? And is that what's going on here? You're going to attack that duck? Go F. Are we going
F that duck?
Are we going full bear? Tommy, whatever his name was. What was his name again? I still can't remember.
Tommy Woodward.
T. Woodward, right.
T. Woodward.
But
F that alligator.
Before you get to the phones, one more question from the text line. Betty or Veronica of the Archie comic? You got a preference there? Do you know the Archie comic?
Yeah, I
don't.
do. I'd go Veronica.
Veronica?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to look that up.
My wife has a really hot sister named Veronica, so I'll go Veronica.
Your wife's sister
Whoa,
is...
what?
My wife's sister's hot.
Your wife's sister's hot.
My brother-in-law Tom has no problem with me saying that because I've told him.
I have a problem with you saying that.
Why?
You just called your sister-in-law hot.
She is.
She's hot. Veronica Lawless.
I don't even want to know.
Elmhurst, Illinois.
I don't even want to know what you do
Smoking
with
hot.
your cousins. Oh, wow.
I have never done anything with Veronica. Veronica's hot.
Well, that's good.
I mean, Mindy's sister. Is she hot or what?
She's very attractive.
Yeah.
They do well over there.
Yeah, she's smoking hot. Let me tell you.
So is her husband, by the way.
Tom Lawless, you're a lucky man. I can't say my sister-in-law's hot.
How about pretty? That sounds a little classier. What are we in Alabama here?
Pretty? Pretty sounds like you're 7.
She's not pretty. She's hot.
Thank you.
847. Tell Dave Kaplan. He likes to go by David. Tell Dave Kaplan I'm in for 500. You just got a guy who doesn't know you at all, just wants to throw you 500. We're going crowdfunding right now on the
Matt
Cap and Hoss.
Soper, put me down for $2,000. I'm ready to go. I could raise the necessary funds in a second. I promise you this idea will work.
Cubs should sign the Duck to a 5-year, $50 million contract, and we can criticize it when we lose.
The Rally Duck.
Good idea, 331.
There you go. The Rally Duck.
The Magical Mallard from the 217.
The Magical Mallard. I got to come up with a good idea, a good name for this.
Another 500 from the 815. You honestly, keep this thing up, which I don't even think you have a real idea. You can just collect all this money and retire. People just love you. They just want to buy into Cappy.
I don't want to retire. I love what I do. I go to play every day.
The new sports Webio over here. You get the new pyramid scheme.
Cap and Haw on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by Horowitz & Associates, Illinois' top personal injury lawyers.
How should you choose a lawyer? Find the guy who wins. I'm Cliff Horowitz, and I've won the largest personal injury verdict in Illinois history. The largest. I've won the largest jury verdict for a back injury, the largest jury verdict for a brain injury, and the largest jury verdict for a neck injury. In fact, I've won every single case I've tried over the last 20 years. If you or someone you know has been seriously injured, call me, Cliff Horowitz at Horowitz & Associates. I'll get you the full justice you deserve.
Heineken Light, the best light beer you've ever tasted, or your money back. With this guarantee, we're literally putting our money where our mouth is. No, we're not literally. I literally wouldn't do that. That's like...
Sports Talk Live, presented by the all-new Chevy Silverado. Weeknights on Comcast Sportsnet.
Being a White Sox fan is what a true Chicagoan is. White Sox fans, we understand, what it's like to work hard and put the time and toil into getting success. And we're no phonies. There's no phonies about White Sox fans. There's no phonies about the White Sox. And it's not just South Side. It's the West Side. It's the North Side. The White Sox are really Chicago's team.
Aaron Brooks is back on a 1-year deal to play backup point guard for the Chicago Bulls. That call courtesy of Comcast Sports Net. So I guess just start making the rings now.
Right. And I appreciate what Aaron Brooks did last year. He averaged 11 a game, and he had some big games where he basically carried them offensively. But this is clearly the case of, you're still here? Sweet, because we're not getting Jeremy Lin. We're not getting Rodney Stuckey. we're not getting anyone because we don't have the money, and they're going for a lot more dough than we were hoping. So, Aaron, welcome back. And really, at the end of the day, when you have a small, borderline, he's just an undersized point guard. He's more of a third-string guy than a second-string. He can only play the one. He's not a combo guard. It's not, again, with all due respect to Aaron Brooks, it's really not a very exciting day as a Chicago Bulls fan. That sweet Aaron Brooks and Bobby Portis.
I'm just surprised that Gar and Pax, who I like, I think they're good at what they've done. I think they've put a really good roster together. I'm just surprised that they would whack Tom for their own guy, Freddie Hoiberg.
Mm-hmm.
By all accounts, everyone thinks could be a good coach, and then not improve the roster that much.
That is a lot of confidence in
I mean,
Fred.
I know they drafted Bobby Portis, but I don't think he's going to be an all-pro this year.
Well, the reality is they didn't have a lot of flexibility to do anything. They brought back...
Really? So Cleveland could keep adding on?
Well, all those guys were in the fold. I mean, you're talking...
Really? Because I think they're getting ready to get Jamal Crawford or Joe Johnson.
Well, okay, and maybe they will do that. They haven't done it yet. And if that does happen... That's great for the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Bulls could be, there's still a long offseason out there.
Look, San Antonio was a better team than the Bulls, and San Antonio all of a sudden is LaMarcus Aldridge and David West. I know the salary cap situations are different, but I just thought the Bulls would find a way to make some decent-sized move to improve the roster.
Well, here's the thing. They thought that Bobby Portis was going to go in the lottery, right? And somehow he fell to him for whatever reason. And the guess is that I was hoping they were going to draft a guy who could be like a Justin Anderson out of Virginia, who could play the 2 and the 3, or somebody who could play the 1 and the 2. That's what they needed. But they took the best player on the board, and that's fair. I subscribe to that philosophy all day long. But now you have a surplus, and you don't have that backup point guard, or you don't have that 2-3 behind Jimmy and Mike Dunleavy that brings you any confidence, unless you really believe in Tony Snell and Doug McDermott. And it's great that Doug McDermott talked to Joe Colley and texted Tom Thibodeau, but I don't have any confidence that McDermott's going to be that guy. So you got to make a move. I mean, either Taj has got to go or Joakim's got to go.
That's who I would have traded.
One of those, there's a lot of time in the offseason here. One of those two guys, or if you want to be, you want to trade Nico, I don't think they do. One of those three has to go in some deal with draft picks or with Snell or with McDermott.
And make a big ad.
Yeah, and add somebody that makes sense.
Jackal just said in my ear, Joakim won't pass a physical. From what I'm hearing, people said he looks pretty good. He's been working out, and I talked to a guy who's been doing rehab with him and said he's moving well. He said the knee problems are never going to be perfect, but he said he's much better than he was.
I talked to his trainer many times. I've talked to different people around Joakim. They do not believe that Joakim's career is over and that he'll never be healthy. They don't believe that, and I don't.
Brian Bearhand, great up bat by Soler. High drive. Rizzo save. Caught by Russell. Struck him out. What a moment for the Cavs.
It's a big world out there. So why do some cashback cards limit where you can earn bonus cashback? 1 month, it's only a few places over here. The next, it's only a few places over there. What you need is the Quicksilver card from Capital One. Quicksilver gives you unlimited 1.5% cashback on every purchase everywhere. Can your card say that? What's in your wallet?
The fresh scent of Gold Bond powder spray comes with side effects on this side and this side.
Gold Bond powder spray cools and dries your body and leaves you with a fresh, clean scent all over.
Stay cool with Gold Bond.
How fast are Allegra gel caps?
They're fun, shouldn't wait fast.
My girlfriend got a new puppy fast. For your toughest symptoms, non-drowsy Allegra provides noticeable relief in just 1 hour, 2 times faster than Claritin.
Ready to hit the road fast.
Not just fast, Allegra fast.
I got a lot of love, people. My heart is pounding with flavor.
Craving big-time flavor? Get Checkers and Rally's famous Big Buford. Add our Big Chicken Deluxe and get 2 of the same or 1 of each, just $5. Checkers and Rally's.
It's in the bag.
Protect your smile with an invisible shield against plaque. New Act Advanced with Plaque Guard helps prevent plaque and gingivitis, kills 99% of bacteria for a 12-hour shield of protection. Your mouth is fresh and clean. New Act Advanced, advanced plaque protection.
The game is called That's Whack Bro. We've got Lou Malnati's gift cards. We have Apt Electronics gift cards. And one person will win a pair of tickets to the Blackhawks convention. We'll have more next Wednesday on That's Whack Bro. We'll start with Magoo in Glenview. Hey, Magoo, what's up, buddy?
Hey, guys. How are you?
How are you?
Good. Hey, Mark Carmen ripping Frank the Tank Kaminsky's J.C. Penney self-embroidered suit when he, Carm, had a DePaul cheerleader umbrella circa Mark Aguirre era open over his head in the studio this morning, and I guarantee it is whack, bro.
Yeah, very good, Magoo. Thank you very much. You're a good man. That's a good one.
I forgot that this thing right there, DePaul. I forgot it was a Blue Demon. I must have stolen this from somebody.
I don't know where you got
I don't know
that.
how I got this Blue Demon.
It looks like it's broken, too.
No, it's not broken. It's good. It's there we go, Cabby. There we go. Blue Demon. That's whack, bro.
That is whack, bro. Mark not knowing that you get bad luck by opening an umbrella indoors.
We are DePaul, baby.
Let's go back to the phones. 312-235-2525. Dave in Indiana. Hey, Davey.
The Blackhawks wanting to hire Coach Tidd to manage Duncan Keith's minutes. That's whack, bro.
Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it. Nicely done. Let's see. Mike in Monee. Mike, you're next.
Hey, Cap.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, Cap. Hey, not even the Duck can get in a double bill. Let the Duck in for free. That's quack, bro.
That is quack, bro. Nicely done, Mikey. Well said. Bob in Galena, welcome to That's Whack, bro.
How you doing, guys? Hey, Cappy, I'm with you now. About Castro, what to do with him. Let's get rid of him. Last week he took a perfect throw from the catcher on a stealing attempt. The guy was up by 10 feet. Castro tagged him high like a little leaguer. The guy's safe. That's whack, bro.
That deserves a pizza. Very well said, Bob. Hang on, we'll send you Lou Malnati's pizza. How about that? Nicely done. You don't like that one? Are you participating or are you listening to the score?
I'm reading the text line looking for some great That's Whack Bros. I've got some good ones here. And I was 3/4 listening to that call, and I'm shocked that guy was worthy of a pizza. And the Jackal's having a heart attack over there.
The Ken Thinning on Twitter says, during page 2 yesterday at the Carm talking about a year-old Coach K Beyonce story. Nice job, newbie. That's whack, bro.
Hold on a second. That story was a year old? That's not true. That's legit not
That is not true. Do your homework, listener.
Yes.
That's whack, bro.
Yeah, the Ken Thinning not knowing when that picture was taken, that's whack, bro.
And the 630 is mimicking about a 10,000 text here. Cap calling his sister-in-law smoking hot on the air and then proceeding to out her name and the town she lives in. That's whack, bro.
Mike Mara on Twitter. At the Catman, you better go see and pray to the Pope when you're at the Vatican that Mindy doesn't put you in the doghouse after calling her sister hot. That's whack, bro. Pretty funny.
That's how comfortable it is in Cappy Land. That's how they do it in their family.
Brandon Hembro on Twitter. The Cardinals whining about a fair ball while they're being investigated by the FBI. That's whack, bro. Very good, Brandon. That's a good one. Very good.
Cap talks about how hot Betty Rubble is and doesn't even mention Josie and the Pussycats. Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Especially the blonde drummer. That's whack, bro. Tim from Joliet. Betty Rubble, kind of underrated.
Betty Rubble was good. I liked her.
B-Rub brought it.
Oscar in Berwyn. Hey, Oscar. Oscar.
Yes.
You're on the air, bud.
Hey, Dave.
Today, Junior?
Hey, great show. You and Mark are doing all right.
Thanks.
Hey, just talking about your sister-in-law and telling everyone in America how hot she is. That's whack, bro.
I'm just being honest, man. I live a life of honesty, Oscar. Thank you for the call. Appreciate it. 312-235-2525.
And I do believe, Oscar and everybody, that you can have the thoughts. It's acting on them. That would be the problem. Just acknowledging that.
I didn't act on him.
I didn't say you did. Easy. Relax over
My
there.
goodness.
Now you'd almost just made yourself like, holy, now I wonder if you did act on the way you just reacted.
No, did not.
I didn't
Trust
act on him. Whoa.
No.
I wasn't saying you did there.
My brother-in-law is 6'6".
Yes,
would
he is.
Pound me into the ground. Scott in Algonquin. Hey, Scott.
Worried about him and not his wife.
Cat, Carm.
That's whack.
I got actually, for Blackhawks tickets, I got two of them. But first one, St. Louis, crying about how, Carpenter should have beat out Bryant for the All-Star spot. That's really whack. But the second thing that's really whack is that Jay Cutler has his annual get-together. Hey, guys, let's create some team morale. Let's all get on the same page. We'll get together in Nashville. But our supposedly number one wide receiver is hanging out with the king of whack in Naperville with Brandon Marshall, Alshon Jeffrey. Now that's whack, bro.
Scott, great one. Absolutely outstanding one. Very, very good. Scott has won before, so he can't win. But that is a great one.
773, Cap giving pizza to the worst caller of all time. That's whack, bro.
Wow.
That's unfair. Not the worst of all time.
Yeah, we've had some bad ones. Tom in Wisconsin, you're next. Hey, Tom, welcome.
Hi, how you guys doing today? Great show.
Thanks, buddy.
6 nationally televised Cubs-Cardinal games. Not one word about Hackgate. That's whack, bro.
Agreed. Thank you, Tom. Very nice. 312-235-2525. What do you got?
Gar Foreman's hair looks like he's wearing a yarmulke. That's whack, bro. Jesse in Hammond, Indiana. For those not familiar with the yarmulke, that would be the thing that the Jewish man would wear. Wear it all the time if you're Orthodox, wear it to synagogue.
Matthew Hoving at capandhaw@gmail.com. Mark Carmen saying he stole the DePaul umbrella, but Carmen with his morals ripping Adam Eaton for trying to gain an advantage by missing first base. That's whack, bro. Come on, Carm.
It was probably laying around the office, so I'm giving myself a pass, but that's somewhat fair. Don't remember how I got that DePaul umbrella. Certainly wasn't by going to a DePaul game.
Penny Beckhart, Women's World Cup winnings. That's whack, bro. I don't know how much they got.
We can look that up. I don't know either.
Don Esser. Wondering if the St. Louis Cardinals are the ones who hacked into Subway Jared's computer. That's whack, bro. Wow. Anyway, let's see. Robert in Bellwood, Illinois. Hey, Roberto. What's up, buddy?
What's going on? What's going on? The Bulls ever considering trading Taj Gibson is whack. Having Carmelo Anthony to the Bulls would be whack. And the Bulls not going out to improve the roster by signing Aaron Brooks to another one-year deal. That's definitely whack. And Cap, you always call me Sparky. That's whack.
Okay, Sparky, you have a good one, buddy.
You too.
Thanks a lot. Robert in Bellwood. Thank you. Let's see.
Is he related to Stan from Bellwood?
I don't know. Steven in Naperville. You're next on That's Whack, bro.
Hey, Cap. Hey, Carm. How you guys doing?
Great. How are you, bud?
I'm doing great. Big fan of the show. You guys do an excellent job.
Thanks.
Cap, this is at you. Last summer, you won Carmelo Anthony. Since then, he said that it wasn't all about the money, so you started to call him Fraud Melo Anthony. Okay?
Uh-huh.
So then, Monday on Sports Talk Live, you're asking Nick Friedel about a trade for Taj Gibson and Joakim Noah for Carmelo. Now you want him. That's whack, bro.
I'm just trying to improve our roster offensively, Steven. That was all.
I understand that, but, you can't have the best of both worlds. It's one or the other.
Nicely put. Well said. Appreciate it. Steven in Naperville. Good one. 312-235-2525.
Just for an update here on that, what the women got paid, and we should have talked about this. I missed the story. ThinkProgress.org. The victorious American women will receive $2 million from FIFA. The American men's team got $8 million, and they lost in the first round. And Germany, which won the World Cup, got $35 million. So that is whack, bro.
That is whack, bro.
I mean, there was just as many people in the stadium and more people watching on TV. That's flat out wrong.
Yeah, huge ratings, bigger than the men get. That's whack, bro. Let's see. Where are we going next? Andrew in Chicago. Hey, Andrew.
Hey, what's up, Cap?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, you know what's whack, bro? The New York Knicks can't. I don't know what's more whack. The New York Knicks can buy a win or even have Carmelo win. Good heavens, that's more of a buzz. If he comes to Chicago, it's a crap season.
So you do not want Carmelo here. Okay. Thank
No,
you.
I'd rather have Durant.
And how do you end your little statement?
That's whack, bro.
Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate it. 312-235-2525. Jim in Chicago. Hey, Jim.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
What's going on?
Here's my that's whack. Mark, I want you to answer this one. What's more whack? Cap loving Draft Day movie or David Hogg's rendition of the 8 Is Enough theme song? What is more whack?
I'm not going to go at Haw. Can't do it. So I got to say, Cap'n is any movie, really, to be honest, has some of the worst movie taste I've ever seen in the history of movie taste.
I absolutely have great movie taste. Great. And if you want a great TV show, watch House of Cards. Phenomenal. Jim, thanks, man. Appreciate the call.
What's your favorite movie of all time?
Tommy Boy.
Tommy Boy. Of all the movies in the history of
Shawshank Redemption.
Well, you just said Tommy Boy.
That's another
you
great
can't
one.
walk
They're right there.
Okay.
They're right there. By the way,
my favorite.
I got to tell you a whack, bro, and I got to show you the picture later. I can't show it on the air, obviously, on my phone. So I talked to Kevin O'Neill last night. So his buddy that shot one of the two escapees he went to high school with him, with the guy that shot him, the prison escapees in New York, in Dannemora, the prison.
Right.
So they caught the one guy like 5 miles from Kevin's house, and the other one like 3 miles from Kevin's house. And in fact, they were worried when they were staying in they have a second home in New York, up northern New York, where he's from. They were worried that those guys were going to break in there.
I bet they were.
They were right in that area.
Yep. A lot of people. This is different, but stalkers exist, man. And that's not stalker-esque, but like that fear is real.
He also sent me a picture of the guy that they shot, that they killed.
Mm-hmm.
Holy smokes! Wow. Yeah, that guy met his end quick.
How about the woman that was orchestrating it from the inside? You seen her?
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Wow. Yeah. That's whack, bro.
Let me hook you up with these power saws, and I'll pick you up over here. Except
we'll go to Mexico. That is just brutal.
I mean, there's a lot of men in the world. You don't have to pick the guy that's incarcerated.
Glenn in Orland Park. Hi, Glenn.
Hey, Cap. How you doing there, Cap?
What's up, Sparkles?
Hey, Cap going to the Vatican to have a sit-down with the Pope to get the Cubs blessed, that's whack, bro.
Glenn, hang on. We're going to send you out to get a Lou Malnati's Pizza and an Apt Electronics gift certificate. I got to write that guy while I'm on vacation. Jumpsuit, baby.
Okay, so you haven't written him yet, but you're going to write him while you're on vacation
I'm
in
going to
Rome.
be on a plane. I got plenty of time.
No shot. No, it's just not going to happen. Can we just accept that?
Well, you've let me down and you haven't invited him to come on the show.
What am I supposed to... How am I going to start that conversation?
Hey, Jumpsuit Man.
Hey,
Cap would like to have you on.
Yeah, the guy that ripped you to pieces and basically tore your dreams up. How would you like to come on the show and talk about it?
I'll bet he'd come on.
And it's not even going to be sincere at this point. It's been months.
Totally sincere.
Uh-huh. While you're giggling and laughing at me?
Totally sincere.
I can really feel it.
If I could do my own...
Very heartfelt.
Yeah, right. If I could do my own that's whack, bro, there's $12,500 of monies from the text line for Caps, whatever idea you have over there. $12,500 you raised today.
So yesterday, a duck ended up on the field at Wrigley.
That's whack, bro. 12-5.
And the Cubs ended up sweeping the Cardinals. I have an idea how to incorporate the duck into a little business venture that I think will make money. Okay? There's a rally duck.
And $500 to get in, and now I'm totaling up here. You're up to 12-5, and maybe a couple more that I've missed.
Cap and Haw on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by Horowitz and Associates, Illinois' top personal injury lawyers.
How should you choose a lawyer? Find the guy who wins. I'm Cliff Horowitz, and I've won the largest personal injury verdict in Illinois history. The largest. I've won the largest jury verdict for a back injury, the largest jury verdict for a brain injury, and the largest jury verdict for a neck injury. In fact, I've won every single case I've tried over the last 20 years. If you or someone you know has been seriously injured, call me, Cliff Horowitz at Horowitz Associates. I'll get you the full justice you deserve.
White Sox fans, want to receive exclusive ticket offers and pre-sales, video sneak peeks, breaking news alerts, and more all year long? Then you need to join the White Sox community by becoming a member of the WhiteSox.com Blacklist. The Blacklist is the only way to ensure you know about the latest and greatest promotional items, ticket deals, and special ballpark activities. Don't miss out on all the top White Sox news. Visit WhiteSox.com/Blacklist to register for free today.
We know you have a choice when it comes to where you buy your car. Here at Arlington Acura, you're not just a customer, you're part of our family, the Bob Lerman Auto Group family. Thanks to the customers just like you, we were awarded the 2013 Acura Precision Team Award for top level of customer satisfaction. Come see what everyone is raving about, and let us earn your business. Bob Lerman's Arlington Acura, 1 block west of Route 53 on Dundee Road, or online at arlingtonacura.com.
Tomorrow, CSN Chicago celebrates Sox Social Day as the good guys wrap up their homestand against Toronto. Join the fun by using the hashtag SoxSocial throughout the game. See your tweets on air and win prizes. Sox Jays tomorrow at 12:30 on CSN. Comcast Sportsnet, your home for Chicago White Sox baseball.
I'm Tyler Flowers, and you're watching the home of White Sox baseball, CSN Chicago.
Hi, everyone. Mark Shanowski welcoming you into another edition of Sportsnet Central, presented by our friends at CLR. The Cubs trying to take 3 out of 4 from the arch-rival Cardinals, while a pair of all-stars prepare for a slugfest in Cincy.
We better put on a good show.
And with the Crosstown Series looming, the White Sox look to cool off red-hot Josh Donaldson and the Blue Jays. Plus, the NBA free agency frenzy goes to a whole new level. We make it look easy on Sportsnet Central, starting now.
To Sportsnet Central, presented by CLR.
We had a good game earlier. Now we have a chance to sweep it over.
Fair ball! Fair ball!
That was fair ball.
Montero will score. We're tied. Back to the pitcher. They'll try to turn two. Bad throw! Herrera's in. Everybody's safe. Cubs win. Cubs sweep.
A fun night for the Cubs on Tuesday, but what would happen in the series finale? Jason Hamill on the mound for the Cubs as they look to take 3 out of 4 from St. Louis. But Hamill didn't last very long. Before the game, you can see him grabbing at the back of his left leg after warming up. Then in the first inning, trying to get to the bag to cover on a ground ball, Hamill running very gingerly. He'd have to leave with a left hamstring strain after recording just 3 outs. So Clayton Richard pressed into emergency relief, and the Cardinals got to him right away. Runners at the corners, a little bloop single, but the former White Sox first baseman Dan Johnson brings home a run. And then Cardinals pitcher Michael Wacha follows with a base hit to make it 2-zip. In the fourth, Richard continues to struggle. With a runner on third, Randall Grichuk will split the gap in right center field. That's good for a triple to bring home a run. Richard would allow 4 tallies in 3 innings. Cardinals up 4-zip. It looked like they cruised to an easy win. In the bottom half of the inning, the Cubs' 2 all-stars get them back in it. Chris Bryant triples to center. Anthony Rizzo rumbling around third. He'll score after the bobble in center. It's now 4-1. Still in the fourth. Starlin Castro gets credit for an infield single when Wacha fails to cover first. Bryant scores. The lead now cut in half at 4-2. In the 6th inning, Cubs have the bases loaded with 1 out, and Starlin Castro at the dish. He strikes out looking. Take a look at the pitch track on the replay. This pitch will cross the inside corner. Castro couldn't pull the trigger. Up next is Miguel Montero. 2-2 count, and Montero takes a close pitch in almost the exact same spot. Pitch track shows it's just off the corner for a ball, so a full count for Montero.
Again, a 3-2. Driven out to the right center. This could clear him. Fowler's in. Rizzo scores. Soler. And the Cubs lead. Oh, baby.
Oh, baby, indeed, Len Casper. Montero with the bases clearing double. Cardinals catcher Yadier Molina is furious with the home plate umpire confronting him while the ball was still in play. Molina obviously got tossed. Cardinals manager Mike Matheny came out to argue he was also ejected. Cubs, though, in front, 5-4. Now to the ninth inning. Cardinals with a runner on. Pedro Strop 1 strike away from getting the save. Johnny Peralta, though, jumps on a high fastball, driving one deep to left. Did he get enough of it? Yes, he did. Just into the basket for a 2-run homer. Cardinals up 6-5. Bottom half of the ninth, Addison Russell on second, but Trevor Rosenthal strikes out Dexter Fowler to end it. The Cardinals win a wild one 6-5, and they earn a split in the 4-game series.
That's the games that you got to win, especially when you got 2 outs, nobody on, you know, and then just all of a sudden just 2 runs, so you lose the game. That's the games that obviously it's devastating. You know, it's a good thing that tomorrow's a day off, so we could go home and kind of refresh ourselves a little bit and kind of rejuvenate and come back on Friday. I mean, already done. I mean, it's what it is, so we just got to move forward and just keep battling.
Wow, Miguel Montero obviously distraught about that crushing defeat. Cubs did get some good news before the game with Chris Bryant and Anthony Rizzo both selected to compete in Home Run Derby. Here's a look at the bracket. Bryant will face Albert Pujols in the first round. Rizzo takes on Blue Jays third baseman Josh Donaldson. So a possibility of an all-Cubs matchup in the final. That would be something to see. As for Bryant and Rizzo, they're looking forward to Monday.
It's going to be exciting. Chris and I will really enjoy it. I think everyone that will participate will enjoy it, but something watching growing up as a kid and participating in a few along the day. It's going to be awesome. It's a good experience.
Your teammate?
Yeah, he's excited too. I mean, to do it together. So we better put on a good show.
Is there going to be a little bit of a side bet on this thing here? Or?
No, I mean I was talking to him. We're just here to we're just going in to have fun. I think he has a pretty good chance. I mean, Cincinnati's a good left-handed hitter. I mean, it's just a good hitter's park, but you know, I get to watch him every day in BP, and it's pretty special. So I mean, hopefully I win it, but if he wins, you know, that's great too.
That ball hit hard, deep. And it is 2-1.
He's been absolutely amazing. That's the 6th home run he's hit against our Sox this year.
Well, the Cubs could have had another player in Home Run Derby if they had kept prospect Josh Donaldson back in 2008. Still, it's hard to fault GM Jim Hendry for that deal. Donaldson was a little-known catcher toiling in the low minors, and the Cubs were able to acquire frontline starter Rich Harden in a season they hoped to make it all the way to the World Series. Unfortunately, as you know, the Cubs were swept out of the playoffs by the Dodgers. Harden is long gone, and Donaldson is now a star in Toronto, and he's having a big series against the White Sox. Game 3 of that series on Wednesday. The Sox have scored 4 or less runs in their last 24 games at home, looking to snap that streak against Drew Hutchison, who threw a shutout against them back in May. First inning, Adam LaRoche lines one to right, brings home 2 runs. LaRoche trying to stretch it into a triple. He's out, but the good guys are up 3-0 after 1 inning. To the third, John Danks already allowing 2 Toronto runs to cross the plate. And he's facing that man again, Donaldson, and he delivers. This one goes all the way to the wall. A run will score, tying the game up at 3. To the Sox half of the third, Jose Abreu with the dish, and he lifts a high pop-up to center field. Kevin Pillar looking for it, but can't locate the ball. Lost it completely. It falls in. Abreu will motor into second on the 2-base error. Later in the inning, Avi Garcia And he gets fisted there, but it's going to fall into no man's land. Abreu comes around to score. The Sox tie it up at 4 apiece. Now to the 5th inning. Donaldson at the plate one more time, and he continues to torment the White Sox. This time he drives one to right field. Garcia goes back and doesn't really make a good play on this one. Off the wall for an RBI double. Toronto takes the 5-4 lead. A little bit later, now 6-4 in favor of Toronto. Sox have something going. 2 on, 2 outs. Carlos Sanchez, a base hit to left. Adam LaRoche coming around, and this time he's going to beat the throw. It's now a 1-run game at 6-5. Adam Eaton is next. Put a chopper to short. We know he can run, and the speedy Eaton will beat the throw by Jose Reyes. That allows the tying run to score. Sox keep fighting. It's now a 6-6 ball game. We move to the 9th inning. Still tied at 6. Zach Duke on in relief. Great reflexes on the liner by Jose Bautista. Throws to first to double off Donaldson. That would end the inning. Very good play there by Zach Duke. Now to the 11th. Jays with the go-ahead run on second. Hot shot to Alexei Ramirez at short. He's got Ryan Goins in a rundown. Eventually, Sanchez will put the tag on. It's going to be called safe, but that would be overturned on replay. As you can see, he's clearly out. Thankfully, the Sox got a second look. That takes us to the bottom of the 11th. Adam Eaton, the chance to be the hero.
High and deep, way back. He looks up. You can put it on the board. Yeah. You gotta be bleeping me.
No, we're not bleeping you, Hawk. Time to stir the drink at home plate for Adam Eaton, the second career walk-off homer for the Sox leadoff hitter. They beat the Blue Jays in dramatic fashion, 7-6.
In extra innings.
I have to admit, that was the first time I tried to, try to hit a homer, and for some reason, I don't know how I blacked out, but I happened to work out well, very fortunate, it went out.
The last guy he probably thinks going to hit a homer to lead off the innings is Eaton, so, he's got some pop. It's just, being a leadoff guy, he doesn't do it a lot, but, when he gets a hold of it, it can go.
The White Sox and Blue Jays wrap up their 4-game series this afternoon with Jeff Samardzija on the mound for the home team. Samardzija's pitched much better lately after a slow start. Comcast Sportsnet's coverage begins with Chuck Garfien and Bill Melton bringing you White Sox pregame live at 12:30, and Hawk and Stoney have the call just after 1 o'clock. In other Sox news, AAA relief pitcher Javi Guerra has been suspended for 50 games without pay after a second positive test for a banned substance. Guerra appeared in 3 games for the Major League team this season, allowing 2 hits and no runs over an inning and 2/3. And now to this crazy developing story from the NBA. One of this summer's top free agents, DeAndre Jordan, backed out of a verbal commitment to sign on with the Dallas Mavericks, and instead he returns to his original team, the LA Clippers. We know Mark Cuban is not a happy man. Now, reportedly, Jordan called his best friend on the Clippers, Blake Griffin, on Monday, said he was having second thoughts about signing with Dallas. That led to a massive re-recruiting effort by the Clippers, who dispatched Griffin, Chris Paul, J.J. Redick, Paul Pierce, Coach Doc Rivers, and even the owner, Steve Ballmer, to Houston, where Jordan lives, trying to convince the 7-footer to change his mind, and ultimately, they were successful. Mavericks owner Mark Cuban was unable to get another meeting to make one last pitch for the NBA's leading rebounder to come to Dallas, and now the Mavericks have to go on to Plan B. Blake Griffin had some fun with this rather bizarre situation. Griffin tweeted this photo of a chair presumably blocking DeAndre Jordan's door to try to keep Cuban away, adding, "Don't agree with the furniture layout, but then again, I'm not an interior designer." Very funny stuff by Blake. Still ahead on Sportsnet Central, a talented Blackhawks fan pays tribute to the Stanley Cup champs in a rather creative way. After a rainy day at the ballpark, the Cubs let one slip away against the first-place Redbirds. Our Chris Bowden has a full report from the friendly confines. And when it comes to most despised athlete by Chicago sports fans, we can't forget NHL cheap shot artist Rafi Torres. We'll have some of your favorites coming up.
Do you have tough cleaning jobs around your house? Calcium deposits, lime,
rust stains, yuck. Well, clean up fast with CLR. CLR's powerful formula blasts through tough cleaning problems inside and outside the house. It tackles buildup on shower heads, even coffee pots. And CLR has an EPA designed for the environment seal, so it's safer for your family and the planet. CLR, tough on yuck, gentle on everything else.
CLR is available at these fine stores.
Matt, what do we got going on here today?
Well, we put an addition on this home.
Before we start painting, obviously we got to prep. We got exterior and interior 3M Scotch Blue Painter's tape. The exterior tape can hold up to the elements, the wind, the rain, the hot sun, the humidity. It has a waterproof backing. One of my favorite things about this tape, it has a quick snap tear. Also, it comes off cleanly up to 7 days. It's the perfect tape to use for exterior painting.
Are you worried, losing sleep over bills? Almost half of Americans say their #1 worry is too much debt. You don't have to worry alone. I'm attorney Peter Francis Geraci. Geraci Law knows the law on bankruptcy debt relief. Get your debt-free options from one of the oldest and largest debt relief agencies in America. Call us or click now.
If you're worried about debt, call now to see if you qualify. 1-800-401-4010.
This week, join us for a special Monday edition of Beer Money. Join Chuck Garfien and Luke Stuckmeyer as they quiz contestants on their Chicago sports trivia knowledge. Win big or go home. An all-new episode of Beer Money presented by Coors Light. Monday at 9:30 on CSN Chicago. Today, CSN Chicago celebrates Sox Social Day as the good guys wrap up their homestand against Toronto. Join the fun by using the hashtag SoxSocial throughout the game. See your tweets on air and win prizes. Sox, Jays, today at 12:30 on CSN.
Welcome back. Let's go around the majors to check on some getaway day action. The Brewers looking to avoid a sweep at the hands of the Atlanta Braves. We're scoreless in the third. Cameron Maybin with 2 on gives that one a ride deep to left and gone. A 3-run shot for Maybin. It's 3-0 in favor of the visitors. 4-2 in the 6th inning. Carlos Gomez will cut into that deficit. He drives a solo shot just over the wall in left field. 7th home run of the season for Gomez, now a 1-run game. 5-3 Atlanta in the 8th. Gomez gets another chance. 2 runners on, and he puts a charge in that one. Deep to left center field. That will get out. And the Brewers bullpen, a go-ahead 3-run homer. Braves reliever Luis Avilan can't believe he gave that up. It turned out to be the game winner. Brewers salvage the series finale 6-5. Couple of teams chasing the Cubs in the wild card hunt. The Mets and Giants squaring off in the deciding game of their series. 7th inning, Juan Lagares grounds into a fielder's choice with 2 on. That will score the 2nd run of the game for the Mets. More than enough for Jacob deGrom. The second-year right-hander fired 8 scoreless innings. He only gave up 2 hits, struck out 10, lowering his earned run average to 2.14. deGrom picks up his 9th victory of the season. The Mets take the series with a 4-1 win over San Francisco. In the American League, the Twins looking for a sweep with the Baltimore Orioles. Pick it up in the 6th inning. Baltimore leading 1-0. AL final vote candidate Brian Dozier at the plate with a man on, and he cranks out his 18th homer of the season. Twins jump out in front 2-1. That brings up Joe Mauer. He takes one deep to left center field. Little opposite field power. That gets out for back-to-back jacks. 6th home run of the season for Mauer. It's now a 3-1 game. 5-3 Minnesota in the 9th inning. All-star closer Glenn Perkins in to try to close it out. He gets Jonathan Shoup to fly out to right center to end it. Perkins now a perfect 28 for 28 save opportunities. The Twins win it 5-3.
The kick and the pitch, driven in the air, deep left, Coughlin back. It is gone. A 2-run homer for Johnny Peralta.
Well, it looked like the Cubs are going to come up with one of their biggest wins of the season. They rallied from an early 4-0 deficit to grab a 5-4 lead against Cardinals all-star pitcher Michael Wacha. But then Pedro Strop gave up a 2-out, 2-strike, 2-run homer to Johnny Peralta in the 9th, and the Cubs trudged out of Wrigley Field with a very deflating 6-5 loss. Chris Bowden has the post-game report and your press pass at Wrigley Field.
The saying goes the last out, even the last strike, is the toughest one to get.
It's toughest of all against the Cardinals, whom the Cubs held without a hit since the 4th inning, until the biggest one of the night.
I should have just attacked him, but still I got the opportunity to get it done. I just couldn't. It is tough, especially that's the team ahead on our division. We're trying to beat those guys and just trying to catch it up in the season. And of course, it's a tough one to swallow with 9 innings, 2 outs, and 2 strikes. It's really tough one. That's one of the times that you got to believe that baseball is tough. It's not as easy as it looks on TV.
Listen, I'm really good with Stropey right there. He's got really good stuff. He's been pitching really well. He failed to execute a pitch, and the guy had a home run.
Even tougher to swallow because the Cubs gave themselves a shot in the arm by rallying from 4-0 down against an all-star pitcher, as one of the veterans they brought in to show this team how to win delivered in the clutch.
It was awesome to come with that double, clear the bases, but like I say, at the end of the night, it's a loss. A loss is a loss, so I'm not really happy about that.
Looking at that game, it's so hard to find fault. I mean, we really played extremely well tonight and came from behind and put ourselves in position to win that game. After, like I said, when you lose your starter like that early, it's really hard to piece that many innings together successfully, and we did. And then you have the right guy on the mound at the end of the game. You feel really good about it, not just okay, like really good about it. So again, I think, to look at it, yeah, we did lose the game. Absolutely, that matters. But the positive side is if we could continue just to play that way, Stropey's going to make the pitch.
Then there is the matter of Hamel's hammy. When Jason left after the 1st inning, the reality of their shallow rotation and the desire to add another arm gained urgency.
Second pitch. It was the second pitch. Just right when I landed. I've always been a stiff front leg guy, landing. Just real sharp pain in the back of the knee. So MRI tomorrow, we'll figure out more of where it is and what exactly it is.
Covering the Cubs, Chris Bowden, Comcast Sportsnet.
All right, Chris, thank you very much. Cubs now get a day to rest and regroup after that crushing defeat. Then they welcome the White Sox to Wrigley Field for round 1 of the Crosstown Cup. It'll be Carlos Rodon against Kyle Hendricks in the opening game Friday afternoon. So we got you covered all weekend long for the Crosstown Cup. Friday, our coverage begins at 2 p.m. with a 1-hour pregame show hosted by Pat Boyle. Saturday, we get things going at 2:30. Sunday, we finish out the Wrigley Field portion of the Red Line rivalry with pregame coverage starting at 12:30. Here's some thoughts from both sides on the Crosstown rivalry.
Yeah, I guess it's a pretty big deal, but it's still baseball, and we're going there, we're going to try and win some ball games and play well.
I know that there's definitely a rivalry. I didn't realize that they felt that they were the second team in town. I never understood that, so that's the first I've heard that. I just look at it as a really cool thing. Rivalries, doesn't Notre Dame play Northwestern? Is that pretty solid around here too, or not? No? Okay, I apologize for that.
Yeah, Joe, maybe not the best example, but you'll learn. This weekend will certainly bring out that rivalry between Cubs and White Sox fans. Being a sports fan can be sometimes like riding a roller coaster, all kinds of highs and lows, sometimes accompanied by a sick feeling in the pit of your stomach. And when your favorite team is coming out on the short end consistently, there's a natural tendency to take out your frustrations on a player wearing the other city's jerseys. Eric tweeted us earlier saying Aaron Rodgers for sure makes him a little bit sick in the stomach every time he does that discount double-check belt wrap after a TV. Makes me hate him even more, and there have been a lot of those touchdowns. Rodgers 11-2 over the last 5 seasons against the Bears. Knocked the Bears out of the NFC Championship in 2011 and out of playoff consideration at the end of 2013. Patricia tweeted Rafi Torres has to be in the top 10 after what he did to Marian Hossa. Of course, you remember back in April of 2012, Torres dangerously leaving his feet with that hit on Hossa, putting the future Hall of Famer in the hospital for a while. A year before that, when he played for Vancouver, Torres went headhunting on Brent Seabrook. Rafi Torres still public enemy #1 for a lot of Blackhawk fans. How about the NFL? Josh writes, no debate, and Ndamukong Suh and Sue has certainly earned that mention. Jake Delhomme and Jay Cutler felt his unnecessary roughness tactics in 2010. Andy Dalton in 2011. Evan Dietrich Smith got stomped in 2012. Matt Schaub kicked in the groin in 2012, and then he stepped on Aaron Rodgers' calf to earn another hefty fine. Now Sue, of course, moving on to Miami. David writes, when it's not Jay Cutler, got to be LeBron James. Playing for the Cavs and Heat, James' teams have knocked the Bulls out of the playoffs 4 times in the last 6 seasons, creating a lot of bad blood along the way with his histrionics after big plays and, of course, that constant whining to the game officials. We're going to use our final timeout here, so don't go anywhere. Sportsnet Central coming right back.
Hey, White Sox fans, remember this?
And it's a gunner! A White Sox winner! A winner on a Podsednik home run! And the White Sox go up 2-0.
It's one of my favorite moments from 2005. Come see me, Scott Podsednik, and my teammates July 17th through the 19th for a special 2005 World Championship Reunion Weekend presented by your local Ford stores. Tickets to all 3 games are on sale now, so visit whitesox.com today.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Sport Clips appreciates everything guys do.
You're welcome.
That's why we're giving you the instant replay. It's your Sport Clips MVP experience, but more of it. For a limited time, get twice the hot towel treatment and a double header of our massaging shampoo and soothing scalp treatment for the price of a single MVP.
Are you dreaming?
You're not dreaming. Sport Clips, it's good to be a guy.
Wherever we drive, we all need the same thing. Great tires at low prices. That's why there's AutoTech. As McHenry County's largest independent tire dealer, we have the low prices you're looking for. Plus, friendly service from your locally owned AutoTech. And now get up to a $120 rebate on Goodyear and Dunlop tires. Great tires at low prices. That's AutoTech, where tires are less. For tires, wheels, maintenance, and repair, visit these local Goodyear AutoTech centers today. Huntley, Woodstock, Crystal Lake, and McHenry.
Comcast Sportsnet, your home for Chicago White Sox baseball.
What's a saucer past the deep high slot? He shoots, butterflies it, he falls over the line, score! Duncan Keith! The Hawks take a 1-0 lead on the Lightning. And Saad escapes with a puck over the Lightning line, left wing, drop pass Richard, closes it, put it across, he scores! It's Patrick Kane with his first goal in the final! It's 2-0 Hawks with 5:14 left in the third! And this crowd can smell it for the 3rd time in 6 seasons! It's 1 goal achieved! The Chicago Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup!
And yet another tribute to the Stanley Cup champs, this one from an artist called The Flippist, who's putting out one of his customized books featuring Patrick Kane and Duncan Keith on their path to winning another cup. We all know how the story ends, but it is interesting to see the Hawks heroes come to life as you flip through the pages. Speaking of the Blackhawks, time for our favorite game. Where in the world is the Stanley Cup? It's with Blackhawks assistant coach Mike Kitchen in Toronto. The keeper of the cup tweeting out this photo of Kitch preparing to take the world's most famous trophy for a helicopter ride. He also showed off the cup to a group of kids in Aurora, Ontario.
The plays of the day are presented by Lexus.
We've got 3 gems from the White Sox Blue Jays game. Number 3, 7th inning, Edwin Encarnacion, not known for his glove, but he stays with the play right here. Eventually scrambles to the bag and gets the out to keep the game tied at 6. Number 2 in the 9th inning, Sox relief pitcher Zach Duke. Great reflexes on the line drive by Jose Bautista. Throws to first to double off Josh Donaldson. Nice grab. Very alertly gets a couple outs there. Number 1, this was an easy choice. Adam Eaton, leading off the 11th inning, sends everyone home happy, at least those who were left at U.S. Cellular Field. His second career walk-off home run. The White Sox beat the Blue Jays 7-6. That's the first walk-off homer by a Sox leadoff man since Scott Pasednik in Game 2 of the 05 World Series. Yes, Adam Eaton is the straw that stirs the drink.
Number 6 for Adam Eaton.
Thank you so much.